Hi, this is Sonoria, going on with my story. This part is, I think, 49 or 50. So I wanted to do something very special. So what I'd like to do is I want to talk about the preparations that I have been going through in order to take my trip. So starting off at the beginning, the first thing, this is going to be my trip. I'm going to New Delhi, India, and I'm also going to be traveling to Africa, South and West Africa. So I'll be over there for a little while. My first trip is to India. So to make the preparations for India, I wanted to show you some of the documents that you're going to be needing and have in order to do this. So we'll start off with the fact that you're going to need, you have to have like your ID, your passport. Well, you'll get your ID. Um, you want your ID, social security card. You need picture ID, social security card, birth certificate. Then you'll get a passport. Some places require visa. There's different prices. You have to get vaccinations and a list of medications currently that you're using or you're on. You have to put down any surgeries since birth. The CDC is a website for safe travel, and it costs you $39.99 in most places. So once you've obtained these particular documents that you're going to need, then your next step is going to be to have a social security card. So that's what I have. I have my birth certificate, social security card, a passport picture, so that when you get your passport, it'll look like that. And this is my visa allowing me to go into India. I have a 5-year visa to India, and that was it. Here is some of the vaccinations that you're going to need in order to travel into South Africa. Any part in Africa, you're going to need most of these vaccinations. You are mandatory. You have to have them because of the things that are going on over there. And here is Safeguard, which is my name. It tells you when I had it. This is my verification for the yellow fever, which is very hard to find. This was part of the medication. These are vaccinations that I've taken, and as you can see, it says yellow fever. So that's letting them know that I have a waiver because I'm over 60. So that means that I didn't have to get the shot, because there are some complications, sometimes side effects to some of these medications. And when you begin to get older, you'll start finding that your body is resilient to some things, and some things may affect you differently. So I wanted to start off with that by letting you know that. For the visa, the one for India, I was able to call the Indian, the iVisa, which you'll be able to go through. iVisa, you fill out a form, you put in all the documents that you're going to be needing and required, and you let them know that you're planning the trip. What they're going to ask you for is an itinerary, which is going to say whether you're going to be there 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or whatever. What I loved about India, this trip to India, is that there wasn't all those requirements that I'm going to have for South Africa. So I love that, because I was not ready for all them shots that you have to take. So your immune system, you have to be able to do these things in order to get where you want to go. So I love that. The passport was the first thing that I had to get, was a passport. The passport is going to allow me to leave Maui, Hawaii, and go wherever I'm going to go. I have empty pages, so I have lots of room to fill in these. At least you got to have at least 2 pages for most cities that you're going to, and that way they can stamp it or whatever, and they can say where you've been, where you're going, whatever. So yeah, make sure that you get a visa. A passport. After you get a passport, some countries do not require you to get a visa. It just depends on how long you're planning to visit the state or the city that you're going to. So I just wanted to fill you in on that and let you know, so you would know some of the requirements, and you can start making yourself get ready for what it is. Get all these documents together, because they're going to ask you for them. So as they're asking you for them, you just pick them up, you show them, or you take a picture of it and upload it onto your phone. It's very simple. I'm not computer savvy, so I don't want you to think this is something complex, because no, it's not. And I'm happy because I am computer illiterate. I hate to say that, but I'm not as advanced as some people are. I don't use this technology the way other people maybe are using these sources. So I use it when I have to use it, but that's pretty much it. So moving on along, after you have applied for your passport, my passport, I was able to get my passport from the post office here in Maui. That's a picture of my passport, and that's me, and that's where, so you have to have so many vacant pages. It's a blue book, and then I have a carrier that I'm going to be carrying my passport in. This is some identification in addition to your driving license or your current city ID. You're going to have some other forms of ID. So a passport is one document that is always going to be very good for you to have because it is your identity. It says where you're from. It's saying when you applied for it. I applied for it in January of last year of 24, and my visa is good for 10 years. It's good until January 2034. So that's something to take note of. The visa in itself, it doesn't matter where I was going to Europe or Asia or wherever you're going. That is a passport is something that you really do have to have and you need. So you're going to have to pay for that passport. I paid for it at the post office, and they actually took two pictures. This is my other picture. That was one of the pictures, and this is the same picture that's on my passport. So they upload it, they get your information. Sometimes you have to make an appointment with your local post office to get it done. You can also get your picture taken at Walgreens and other places. There's lots of places to get a passport picture, but I did it at the post office. That way I know it was going to not be any problems. So just letting you know that's something to be prepared for, something that you're going to have to do and need to do in order to start this process. Make sure you have all your documents, your birth certificate, your social security card, any shots that you've had recently or that you're going to be needing. They also ask you, at least for South Africa, I had to put down all my medications that I'm currently on. I had to list my childhood vaccinations, which I could not remember because it's so far back I can't even remember when I started school, what year, what nothing. But these are things that they're going to be asking you, so be prepared to answer questions. A couple of surgeries that I had, some of them was when I was young, and I had my tonsils removed and stuff like that. Like stuff that you may have forgotten about. You just put a question mark because you don't know what year or whatever it was and what age you were when you had it done. So just want to prepare you for that. So, okay, so far that's most of it. What else? So I got a booking already. So my booking looks like this. And what I do is I go through Cheap Air, which is a very economical way of travel. There's Expedia. There's a lot of places that you can go by and be able to get your do your booking and your confirmation through that. But again, you are going to need these requirements are going to be needed to go into Africa for sure. No exceptions. You're going to have to. Yellow fever is the main thing that all people going into Africa have to have is the yellow fever, and this is what this was all about here. Letting you know that I had it, what my address is, my name, and also letting you know that it was for yellow fever. So I want you to know that so you're not alarmed by that. So that's pretty much what you're going to need. And then the next steps are I'm going to be taking pictures, showing you where I'm at, what I'm doing, how I'm living my life, how blessed I am, how good God is to me. So take advantage, do a like on this video, share it to others, and get ready for your new adventure. Amen.